Dear students, I am Pratima. I welcome you all to this video. Uh, in this video, we will learn how to find domain and range of a function from its graph. This is for 11 and 12. And before that, may I request you to subscribe the channel if you have not done it, so that you can have scope to learn more and more. Thank you, and let us start.
So domain and range of function, already you know the domain of a function is a complete set of all possible values of the independent variable, and the range of the function is your complete set of possible resulting values of dependent after the substitute in the domain. Or if I'll say if x to y, that means the set of x is your domain, set of x is domain, and is equal to domain, and set of y is your range. In the simple language, set of y is equal to your range. And what is codomain? Codomain is the second set. Whole capital Y set is your codomain. Now, first I am taking the constant function. Constant function is denoted by fx is equal to c. And you now will go observe the graph. You see here, if I'll extend this graph from minus infinity to plus infinity, I'll get all the values of y. It means domain means where we cannot get the value of y when I'll put in the x. That is not the domain. So here I can take, for fx is equal to a constant, I can take any value. I can take irrational, I can take rational, any real value. So we is your the value of x is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So this is domain. Similarly, when I'll go for the value of y, you see y is only one value. Y is only one value. If I'll take one, then it will be suppose c1, c2, c3, c. Similarly, negative 1c, negative 2c. So y value is a constant. That's why we call it constant function. So it has range only small c. So I hope you have followed. That means the horizontal is extended from your minus infinity to plus infinity. So that is the set of x. So we are going for domain is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. We are putting in the parenthesis because minus infinity and plus infinity cannot be included. But here when writing c, c is only from c to c, and here bracket, that means both are included, but it is only small c. When we write in the interval, we write is with parenthesis or within the bracket. So what is our conclusion? Our conclusion is, for a constant function, the domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of the graph is a whole real number line. X is all the values of real line. So it is your domain is equal to, this is another way of writing domain is equal to all real numbers. Your domain is real numbers. Then what is the range? Range is here only small c. So we are writing within the curly bracket is a set containing only one element, that is c. So domain can be written using your interval, or we can write simply it is the all real numbers. Similarly, about range, if we are writing in the interval, we are writing in this way. Bracket means both the and are included, and parenthesis means they are not included. And the range is equal to only one element is there. I hope it is clear. Now coming to identity function. Identity function is fx is equal to y. That x, that means y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. So if you take on the value of x and y, you are taking 0, 0, x is 1, this will be 1, this point is 1, 1, this is 2, 2, it is passing through 3, 3, it is passing through 4, 4, it may be root 2, whatever it may be. So that means whatever value I am giving to x, it is getting the same value. And now you see the graph. In the graph, we are getting all x from your negative infinity to positive infinity. Any value we are taking, the graph spreads from negative infinity to plus infinity. In the same way, so I'll say that domain is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. I'll denote by your parenthesis because infinity cannot be included. So always infinity is in the parenthesis. Now coming to range. In the range also you see the y-axis. For range you will see the y-axis, the value of y. Here also you will see y is, this graph is extending from your negative infinity y to positive infinity y. So range is also negative infinity to positive infinity. So what is our conclusion? For the identity function, the domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of the graph is the whole real number line. Similarly, same applies to the vertical extent of the graph. It is also from negative infinity to positive infinity. So the domain and range include all real numbers. So here domain is equal to all real numbers and range is also all real numbers. Next is modulus function. Modulus function is your, you know how to define modulus x. Modulus x is equal to same as your x when x is greater than or equal to 0. And this is same as your negative x when x is less than 0. That means the output of the modulus function is always positive. So 2 modulus absolute value of 2 is 2 or negative 2 is also 2. I am writing minus of minus 2. So positive 2. So now please look at the graph because we are deciding the domain and range from graph. See the value of x. The value of x can be negative infinity to positive infinity. It is extending from horizontally from all the ends. So domain is here your negative infinity to plus infinity. Now if I'll show you the range, you will see the vertical component. Vertical component, see on the negative side there is no y. Y is not related with graph in the negative side, or the graph is not coming to negative side of y. It is not coming. So only positive side of y is coming because the graph shows like this only. No portion of the graph below x-axis. No portion of the graph is below x-axis. Then what will the conclusion for absolute value? This is also known as modulus function. This is also known as absolute value function. Absolute function is f(x) equal to mod x. Its domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of the graph is whole real number line from starting from negative infinity to positive infinity. It can go in this way. It will extend, it will go to up to infinity. But what about this vertical extent? Vertical extent is, you can see that it is not coming below your x-axis or not negative y-axis. So it will be domain is only positive real numbers. So domain of this function is equal to all real numbers and range is equal to only positive real numbers. And here, if you write in the interval, please check once domain is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity within the parenthesis, and range is equal to 0 is included. So 0 is in the bracket, 0 is included. It is starting from 0. 0 is included to your infinity. So this is the writing the domain range in the interval. So it is better to write within intervals. Next is quadratic function. Quadratic function is all quadratic, cubic, they are also known as polynomial function. So in the polynomial function, I have taken the quadratic function. It is f(x) equal to x square. See the graph? That means at 1 it is 1, at 2 it is your 4. then it is 3, it will be 9. Similarly, minus 1, it will be plus 1. And minus 2 square is again plus 4. Minus 2, 4. So what we observe? We observe that the value of x is extended horizontally from two extreme ends. But about your y, it is not extended, or the value of y is not there below your x-axis. Y is not plotted on negative y-axis. Y is not plotted on negative y-axis. So negative y-axis is not included in the range. So range is equal to here your domain to all real numbers, and range is only positive real numbers. So this is similar to that only. So what about this quadratic functions, or fx equal to x square? Here the domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of graph is the whole real number line. But the graph does not include any negative values of y. So range is non-negative real numbers. Non-negative real numbers. So we'll write that a domain is equal to your minus infinity to plus infinity, and range is equal to 0 to infinity. So domain is equal to all real numbers, range is equal to only positive real numbers, including 0. Next is cubic function. This is also a polynomial function. This is also a polynomial function. Then fx is equal to x cube. Fx is equal to x cube. If you see the graph, it is given arrow, that means y can be extended on both the side. So domain is equal to all real numbers extending vertically as well as extending horizontally. So extending horizontal means x is all real numbers. Extending vertically means y is also all real numbers. Fx is equal to your x cube, the graph. So for cubic function fx is equal to x cube, the domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of the graph is the whole real number line. Same applies to the vertical extent of the graph also. It takes both negative and positive, and so range is all real numbers. So domain is all real numbers, range is also all real numbers. Next is reciprocal function. Fx is equal to 1 by x. Now you can see that this graph is not intersecting at 0, neither on x-axis nor on y-axis. So what does it mean? X is not equal to 0. So domain is all real numbers except your 0, and range is also all real numbers except 0. Now have a look. If I put x equal to 0, this function becomes your undefined. So how to write domain? Domain is equal to minus infinity to 0, but 0 is not included, so parenthesis is given. Similarly, union 0 to infinity and 0 is not included. Similarly, range remains the same, negative infinity to 0. See x-axis is your coming to up to this. Again, it is starting after 0, not 0. For y value also, it is from up to 0. Then here also below 0, not exactly at equal to 0. So domain is equal to minus infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity. Range is equal to minus infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity. So for the reciprocal function, let us summarize again. The domain is all real numbers other than 0 because the horizontal extent of the graph is the whole real number line excluding 0. The same applies on the vertical extent of the graph The domain and range both include all the real numbers except 0. So domain is equal to, I'll write all real numbers except your 0. Range is also all real numbers except 0. And please don't ignore this. This is the more useful and the mathematical notation. Domain is equal to minus infinity. 0 is not included. And here also 0 is not included. Just after 0 up to infinity is the domain. Same thing happened to your range. Next is square root function. Fx is equal to root x, square root function. So here for square root function, the domain, the graph is like this. That means on x-axis it is extending your in positive direction only, and you see the y-axis also it is extending on the positive direction. So here your domain is equal to all positive real numbers, and range is also all positive real numbers. So 0 is included here because the graph is cutting at, or graph is passing through origin. That means it is x is also can be 0, y is also can be 0. So domain is equal to 0 included to infinity. Range is also 0 included infinity. So for the square root function f is equal to root x, the domain is all real numbers on positive side because horizontal extent of the graph is on positive side. The same applies to the vertical extent of the graph. The domain and range include all real positive real numbers. Next is greatest integer function. So this is a new function, greatest integer function. So let us learn its definition. The function f defined from real number to real number is defined by fx is equal to greatest integer function is denoted by this symbol. Assume that the value of the greatest integer is less than or equal to x. This function is called greatest integer function. Let us see the definition. Now this is equal to greatest integer function is -1 when x is from -1 up to 0, not 0 included. Similarly, it will be 0 when it is greater than equal to 0 but up to 1, less than 1. Here 1 when x is greater than equal to 1, less than 2. So on the negative side also like this. So what is the meaning of this? Let me explain the meaning of this. If I'll take 1.2, this will be your 1. Similarly, if I'll take 2.9, it will be again 2. It will not round off. You will take the smallest integer. This is known as greatest integer function. The greatest integer part you can take from it. But if I'll take minus 1.2, I cannot take minus 1. I'll take minus 2 because it is in between 0, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 1.2 is here. So you cannot take out -1 from this. -1 is greater. You have to take the less than that, just the integer which is exactly less than this. So it will be -2. So what is the graph? The graph of this function is this. That means from 0 to 1, it is 0. 1 is not included. From 1 to 2, the value is 1. At 2, it takes a jump. Then from 2 to 3, 2 is included. From 2 to 3, the value is 2. But 3 to 4, the value is 3. From 4 to this, like this. In the negative direction also, from -1 to 0, this will be -1. From -2 to -1, it will be -2, so on. Then what is the domain of this function? Domain of this function is all real numbers because it is extending from your vertically, horizontally. But if you will see the range of the function, it is not a continuous function. It is taking only on the value which is darkened, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So range is equal to here all integers. Range is all integers. Domain is all real numbers. Range is all integers. So this is the definition. Again, let us see once. It is -1 when x is in between. See the graph. From -1 to 0, it takes the value of -1. From 0 to 1, it takes value 0. From 1 to 2, it will takes the value 1. 2 to 3, it takes the value 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, so on. The domain is all real numbers because the horizontal extent of the graph is whole real number. And range is only z, only integer part. Next is signum function. Signum function is defined in this way. If it is your x is greater than 0, it is 1. If x is less than 0, it is -1. When x is exactly equal to 0, it will be 1. That means if you take x and y, it will be at 0, it is 0. It will be 1, it is 1. -1, it will be -1. Similarly, if I take 2, it will be 1. Still it will be 1. 3, it will be 1. 4, it will be 1. -2, it will be -1. So the graph is 0, 0 this point. Then your 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1001, 1 lakh 1. Similarly here, -1, it will be -1. -2 also -2, 1. -3 also -1. So if we'll see what value I am getting in the domain, that means I can extend up to all the direction here and here. But when I am talking about your y, I'm not getting all the values. It is not spreading from this end to this end. It is only 1, it is 0 and -1. So domain of this function, domain of the signaling function is equal to R. I'm taking any value it is extended, it can be extended to from horizontally from left to right. But when we talk about range, so there are only 3 values. One is -1, one is 0, one is 1. So I'm writing within the curly brackets because only 3 values are there. So the domain of the signum function is your R and range is -1, 0, 1. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you. Forget to subscribe the channel, like the video and share it so that you and your friends can learn more.